Austin here once again for an LSU video. I have my reaction up on this channel already on my reaction to the Florida State loss for LSU. Very interesting watch. The first like 10 or 20 minutes aren't that great, but last 10 are pretty good, and in between somewhat alright. But yeah, if you actually want to see the reaction, there it is. But we're talking about what can LSU learn from this loss, besides for their special teams, right? Needs to be fixed. That's the important thing. What can LSU learn from this loss, right? I think they can learn a lot, really. I think they can learn about, or let's say this, what did they learn, right? I think they learned about how their defense needs to operate. That's very important, right? That this was their first game. There was going to be bumps and bruises with this defense, right? Especially now that you lost Mason Smith on your first drive, right? That's horrible loss. But I think it did affect the play calling a bit, right? You expected to have that same pressure with them on it, but you didn't, right? FSU figured it out, right? But here's the thing about it. You know what you did do on defense besides that was positive, mind you? You stopped the Florida State running game. That's very important there, right? The Florida State running game was supposed to be the main crown jewel of Florida State, right? That their running attack was what's going to win them games, right? And you know what? It didn't for this. It was the passing game, right? Was probably LSU expecting a heavy run game? Probably, yeah. And that's why the running backs only got 3 yards per carry. So you've learned that you got good run defense now. Now you got to figure out your pass coverage, right? I think you can say very well the defense did well in pass coverage, besides for a flea flicker of all things, and the other touchdown, right? How can you stop that one-handed grab, right? How can you stop it as a DB? Really, you can't, right? So it was a very tough game. I will for the defense. I will say it for third down. But here's the thing about it. They kept the score low enough for LSU to make a comeback in the end of all things, right? I know it wasn't a successful comeback, but they kept the game low enough for LSU to do that, right? Now let's talk a bit about this offense, right? There is going to be a lot of talk about the quarterback play. Even if it's fair and justifiable, and if it's unjustifiable and they just want to see Nussmeier. Here's the thing about it. Jayden Daniels was the best option for LSU. With the O-line play that honestly is going to get better, I will say that. As the year progresses, the O-line play will get better as they mold together. You are starting a freshman left tackle and a guy who has never played center before. You're going to see a better form as this O-line. But as I said before, Jayden Daniels was the best option for this game. He had all offensive yards besides for like 20 or 30 came from Daniels, right? He had so much effect on this game for LSU in the offensive game. Was there a lot of tuck and run for the first three? Wasn't there? Sure, but with the way the O-line played, I don't blame the guy, and you shouldn't blame him for that as well. And I think, right, as Florida State, I will say this: they took the pedal off the gas, right? They allowed Jayden Daniels to get in tempo, right? They allowed him to get into tempo at the end of the game, right? Those final 2 touchdowns were because they left their foot off the gas, right? And when Jayden Daniels found his tempo, he looked like a good quarterback, right? He looked like a good passer, right? And I hope Mike Denbrock sees that performance, right? See what works with Jayden Daniels. These short passes. There were a lot of plays in the first half that seemed very long for quarterback to handle with that O-line. That's why he probably did run a lot in the first half, right? But as you start doing these short passes, right, get Mason Taylor involved, get Jack Besh involved, actually try and get Keishon Butte more involved. He had 6 targets, but Keishon Butte is an entirely different story, mind you. I hope he figures it out, honestly. But yeah, as I said before, right, as Jane Daniels got more into tempo and he found his groove, he looked like the guy, right? He looked like a guy that could lead LSU to a lot of SEC wins. Maybe not with his running ability. He's going to learn a whole lot sooner. I think a bit with the running a bit. But I just hope Mike Jimbrocks sees this tape, right? Sees the tape at the end. Sees how Daniels reacts with the short dink and dunk offense type stuff. And just let your playmakers get involved, right? LSU had better playmakers than Florida State, right? I will say that. Probably all around besides for the running game, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how this offense performs. And here's the thing about it. There is going to be a lot of overreaction for this LSU team. And I don't understand overreaction. This is a rebuilding. For LSU, right? This is a rebuilding year, right? Stuff is not going to look right no matter what. Brian Kelly had like 30 players on scholarship by the end of the bowl game, and he figured out a way to get every single scholarship player, right? There is going to be a lot of bump and bruises as this team that was built with seems like duct tape figures it out. So don't overreact when LSU does something stupid, right? This is a work in progress for both the players on this team and all phases of the game. This is a work in progress for some of these coaches, mind you, as they try to figure out what they have in their players, right? So I have this message to LSU fans. Just relax, okay? Relax. And just hope, and this is my thing I hope, is that by the end of the year, right, as I think their last game is Texas A&M, as they go into College Station, right, that they are a better looking team than whatever the heck we saw in the Superdome. But that will be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, comment, as more content is on the way in LSU content and in 49ers content. A 49ers video got uploaded today if you're ever interested in the 49ers. And also there's going to be more short content, more of that 15-second, 60-minute, 60-second type stuff. So if you enjoy any of this content, why not like, subscribe, and comment? I have 82 subscribers right now. The road is to 85 until getting to 80, the fives, until the fives get easy, and then I'll start counting tens as my subscriber goal. But until then, 85 is the goal. And I hope you guys help me get to that goal. But yeah, this has been Dawson Richard, and I will see you guys next time.